Hello students, today I came across a paper published in the Journal of Fluid Mechanics. An Indian mathematician Rajat Mittal from the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Johns Hopkins University is the first author of this paper. Along with other things, this paper justifies why 3 to 6 feet physical distancing guideline is issued to keep ourselves safe from the coronavirus. Considering a droplet moving horizontally after ejecting from the mouth of a COVID 19 patient and neglecting all effects on it except gravity, I have estimated the horizontal distance covered by a droplet by a simple theory of projectile motion. You will see the physical distancing of 3 to 6 feet is almost justified. I do not claim my calculation is concrete, as no effect like air resistance, evaporation, or viscous drag etc. have been taken into consideration. But as you know, a theoretical physicist takes several assumptions to simplify the problem. Just see the figure. This is just the height of a COVID 19 patient. Say it is h. I will put its average value in last expression, and the topmost position is the mouth of the patient is slightly below the topmost position of that is head, so we can neglect that distance. From this point O, the droplet is ejected in horizontal direction, let us say with velocity u. You know, when a projectile is projected, it follows a parabolic path. So, see the figure. This is the parabola followed by this droplet. Say this is horizontal axis or x-axis. Now, if we take the point O as origin, then its coordinates will be 0, 0. So, if this droplet hits the ground or the horizontal plane at a point A, what will be its coordinates? This will be simply, let us say this distance is r, which is also called a range in projectile theory. So, I denote it by r. So, x coordinate of A will be r, and if you take origin at O, then y coordinate will be minus h, which is actually the height of the patient. Now, our aim is to calculate r. How we will calculate r? There are several mathematical techniques in the theory of projectile motion, but I am following the basic one. You have definitely studied in this topic the equation of this trajectory, that is the parabolic path. So, equation of the trajectory is equation of the trajectory. Equation of the trajectory. You know, this is given as y equal to tan theta times x minus g over 2u square cos square theta into x square. This is equation of this parabola. As we are considering the case of horizontal projection, and you know, in this equation the angle theta is what? Angle theta is the angle between the velocity of projection u and the horizontal direction, that is x direction. As projection is horizontal, so what will be theta? So in this case, theta will be equal to 0. And if theta is 0, then see this result, if theta is 0, cos square theta will be 1, tan theta will be 0. So what will be our equation? Y will be equal to minus g over 2u square times x square. So y is now equal to minus gx square over 2u square. Now when we will put x equal to r is the x coordinate of the point where the droplet will fall. So when x is equal to r, then what is y? See the figure. Y is equal to minus h. So substituting this value in above result, we will get minus h equal to minus gr square over 2u square. And this implies, after simplification, we will get r equal to what? This will be u times root over 2h over g. This is the result for r. Now let us take an example. If we consider the average height of the patient of the world, a young patient, for example, if we take h equal to 1.8 meter, and as in the paper it has been claimed that velocity of the droplets may be 10 meter per second, even 20 meter per second. For example, I consider the velocity of projection equal to 10 meter per second. And for simplicity, we also take g equal to 10 meter per second square. Now let us substitute these numerical values in equation B. What will be the value of r? This r will be 10 root over 2 into 1.8 over 10. And after simplification, you will find that this will be almost equal to 1.86 meter. And this is almost equal to 6 feet. So what you have seen in this calculation, that when the droplets are ejected from the mouth of the patient and it moves with an average velocity of 10 meter per second, then it will hit the ground at a distance of almost equal to 6 feet. So we can say that if a person is standing in front of the patient at a distance at least of 6 feet, then the droplets ejected from the mouth of the patient cannot reach to the healthy person. So this is the physics behind this physical distancing. I say it physical distancing, but the popular term is social distancing.